Except for that first night, the two kids under that moonlight. Oh, it's a hotel party.
Welcome, Crash Adams, to scmp Studios. How are you guys today?
Fantastic.
Just got off a 15-hour flight, had a show.
Just the way you want to start an interview, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Straight from the show to the plane to the interview. Love it. Love it. Wouldn't have it any other way.
All right. So, for the uninitiated, who's Crash, who's Adams?
I am Crash.
And I'm Adams.
We're Crash Adams.
Raphael and Vince.
Yes.
So, tell me, how did you guys know that when you got together that you got something special? Like, your music is very easygoing, but also very upbeat. Now, how did you guys find that sound?
Thank you, first of all.
Yeah.
Secondly, I think there's two parts to it. Number one, we've always had a connection because like we've known each other since we were 1 year old. So I know him like the back of my hand, he knows me like the back of his hand. And it's kind of, so it wasn't difficult to start something. Like it was like when we first got into the studio, it was like, even though we hadn't seen each other for like probably about 8 months, something like that.
Yeah.
But it was like we saw each other the day before. So it was really easy when we first got into the studio. I think the music itself is just how we are as a personality. Like for us, we're happy people, we're upbeat people, we're always cracking jokes, and we always want to have a good time. So I think the music is very reflective of our personality, and it always will be.
And, I mean, you said you've known each other since you were one. Were both of you musically inclined growing up? Was there a bit of a competition?
He was musically
No,
inclined.
no, but you know what? It definitely wasn't a competition. Like I think at least you kind of started rapping, or like you wanted to be a rapper in what was it, 8th grade, or when you were 8 years old or something like that. And like me, I picked up a guitar for the first time when I was 11 years old. My dad got me a guitar for my birthday, and I was just so pumped because I wanted to be like my older cousins who were like my older brothers. So like we would see each other through the process, seeing like, oh, he's DJing, he's crushing it, playing these big rooms, and then I'll be playing rooms as well with more like a rock band setup. So I think that's something interesting too, because I was more into the rock and he was in the EDM, and you can kind of hear that in our music.
Definitely. I didn't start singing though until like recent, like maybe till 2017.
I had a lot of faith in him. Had a lot of faith in him.
Literally, like right when we started Crash Adams, funny story is we were looking for a vocalist, and we couldn't find anybody that wrote lyrics that we loved. So I was just like, guess I'm gonna sing.
Yeah. And when I would show people the songs in the beginning, they'd be like, why are you making music with this guy? He can't sing. I was like, wait 2 years. And those same people are now messaging me saying, wow, I love that song. Vocals sound fantastic.
Did it take some time to get your voice to where it needed to be? Or?
Definitely. I definitely think so. I learned a lot through YouTube. That was a big one because I used to just YouTube different videos and try to sing those songs over and over again, and that kind of helped me. And then now like I've taken some vocal lessons, and I'm really trying to get as good as I possibly can.
I think the potential though came from the tone though. Like from day one, there was always he had a specific tone, and we're like, okay, I'm not going to be a singer because my tone is not good at all.
That's hilarious.
You guys started picking up momentum around 2019. It was around Astronauts? That was the song?
I guess so. I guess Astronauts kind of came out when TikTok was really booming, I would say.
Like I'd say where the momentum started was 2020 when we had Ooh, mainly on TikTok.
Okay.
That's when the momentum started. And then we had this
fair.
red couch that we used to bring into the middle of the street. And we had our suits on. It was we had, whole 9 yards and stuff like that. And we put our music behind these videos, and they'd go crazy viral. But we noticed that no one was really listening to our music, but we had built a brand. So it wasn't until 2022 where we actually started singing in our videos, and like in creative ways, like he would sing bad and then we'd start singing good, that we noticed that people were discovering our music.
Yeah, like we were becoming, at first when we would take the couch in the middle of the street, and we were becoming influencers, but like we're not influencers. Like we're musicians. That's why we make these videos. That's why we do everything we do, because we want to spread our music. So we literally sat down and we were like, okay, how do we get people to know that we're musicians, but also the following that we've built is like public prank style videos. How do we make those videos that appeal to the same people but also show them that we're musicians? And that's when we started going like, Caroline! right. sorry. And like from there, that's when they started to listen to our music because we were actually singing.
When did you feel that it's more about the music than the prank or the fun videos on TikTok?
I think it always will be.
Yeah, I think it always
more about
has
the
been and always will be. Like when we make our music from the beginning of Crash Atoms till now, it's always like, what's the best song? It's not like, will this work on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, whatever it is. Does this work for us? Will we be able to, when this drops on Spotify, do we want to listen to it?
Yeah,
Right? So
definitely. And you can actually see it. We've done the same prank style videos with different songs, and the fans choose their favorite song.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the prank style videos, they work and they get a lot of views, but it doesn't but the song might not stream as well as another song. And that's just the fans who see the video and who hear the song in the video. They choose which one they like the best and which one they're going to go hear. And that's kind of how it all started. But it's always about the music at the end of the day.
Was there any point that you felt that there was a huge challenge and you're there like, oh, I should be still doing this? I mean, you're making yourself famous on TikTok. You're marketing yourself, right? It's not like the old mainstream kind of fame. You apply to studios, give people demos, and they anoint you. Like, now it's like, there's this chance that you could build your own following, right?
Definitely.
Was there a point that that has to have had its challenges?
I honestly think every day is the answer to that. Like, I feel like there's always some new challenge every single day, no matter what. And like, we've worked so hard to get to the level that we're at now, and there's still challenges. It's like, all right, how do we, because like, we're not doing this, like, we're gunning for the top. Like, we want to be the best. We want to be on the level of iconic musicians. Such as, I would say, I think the most iconic musician ever, I would probably say, is Michael Jackson, in terms of the history that he left on the world. So James Brown is another big one. We always say the Jonas Brothers. We love the Jonas Brothers.
love those.
I think those Coldplay's another one. Like, we're trying to be doing arenas like that.
Right.
There's always another level that you can go. There's always another step. So we're always trying to challenge ourselves. I definitely think every day is the answer.
Right. So how are you measuring your success? Is it through the arenas that you get to play in, or?
I don't know. You know what? The measure of success is so interesting because as things get bigger and bigger, the measure of success changes so much. The first time it was, can we get 1 million followers on TikTok, or can we play in front of this many people, this and that, and like, you hit those benchmarks and you appreciate them, and it's not like, oh, who cares about that anymore? But you're just like, okay, what's the next step, and how do we get to that next step? So I think
we're at a point now where we've learned is that, like, our measure of success is whether or not we're making people happy.
Yeah.
I think because, like, you can get as many numbers as you want, but there's always going to be another level to it.
Yeah.
Like, and I think for us, like, it just happened just yesterday at our show. Like, there was somebody that was in the audience, and he had reached out to us, and I'm not going to tell the story, but like, he had a really heartfelt story to us, and like, to me, it was like, to us, not even to me.
Yeah.
The fact that we get a chance to make an impact in people's lives and to make their day better and to inspire them to be better, I think that for us is always the measure of success. And the bigger we get, the more people, the bigger of an opportunity we have to affect more people.
Tell me about your upcoming show on YouTube Nights in Hong Kong.
It's gonna be.
What do you got
great.
in store for us?
That is gonna be wild.
It's coming at a time that we've been working on our set for the last 2-3 months, and it's getting really good. Like, it's becoming a show, like a real, not just a musician set. Like, it's becoming an experience, and it couldn't have come at a more perfect time, at a more perfect place to present that show.
Can you give us some hints? Is there going to be like some visual effects or some theater? What have you got?
Ooh, I don't. There's gonna be there might be a surprise or two, which I can't say what the surprise or two might be.
Oh, I don't. I actually don't. I know it's right. If you watch our videos, and
You'll know.
and you'll see what we do. Honestly, I might as well tell them.
Yeah, why
might as well
not?
tell them. So what we like to do is we started doing well in a series where we go up to people and we ask them, can you rap? And we go, excuse me, can you rap? Excuse me, can you rap? And we find people that can rap on the street. And we actually wanted to start implementing it into our live show. So we're going to ask the crowd and we're going to see if there's anybody there that can rap.
Are you finding a similar red couch? Did you fly the red couch in here?
Ooh, we didn't fly. I wish we could have. When we're as big as the Jonas Brothers, then we'll have the budget to
The
to fly
specific
that
red couch, the one that we always used to use.
Exactly.
It's still around, right?
Oh, it's still around. It's still around.
Right now it's in my studio in Toronto.
Cool. Thanks for coming to Hong Kong, and thanks for coming to our studios, guys.
Thank you so much for having us. Always happy to be here.
Tell the neighbors outside, it's a hotel party.